technical TV terms. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful Tuesday morning, November 19th. Hope you're having an outstanding day. Guest today, ladies and gentlemen, he's back. Woohoo! Can't wait it's the gentleman farmer himself, the editor, former editor and now contributor to numerous newspapers. Carmi Chronicle, and I've got the Navigator-Journal actually on the screen up there. Prairie Post. So people can read you for free?
No, they got to buy a paper.
Prairie Post is free.
Oh yeah, the Prairie Post is free. Yes, it is. You can read me for nothing. That's how much I'm worth.
That's kind of what I was
where you were headed, wasn't it?
Trying to get to. Yeah. But Len Wells is here, and we're going to have a lot of fun today. We're going to talk about all kinds of different things going on. Wide variety of stuff that we're going to talk about. But let me tell you a little bit first about what's going on. By the way, thank you. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV, over in Salem on Channel 3, over here in Flora on Channel 100 or Channel 25. Same story up in Louisville, up in Hartville, down in Sisney, Jeff, north side of Fairfield, over in West Salem.
Wow.
Browns.
You're nationwide.
Albion.
You're nationwide.
Not quite. I'm close. Actually, with YouTube, I'm worldwide.
You are worldwide.
I am worldwide.
www.
I'm glad to at some point my efforts to take over the world will be agreed upon.
Pretty amazing.
That'd be pretty cool. Hey, what's going on? Well, let's give you some community events here in the area. It's Flora Gardens this morning at 10 a.m. You knew it was coming.
I'm sorry.
I've got to ask you. This is karaoke music with Sherry.
The lovely and gracious
karaoke music with Sherry. Well, it's Cheri, so I don't know if it's Sherry or Cherry.
Oh, I thought maybe they brought a bottle of sherry. No. This is the lovely Miss Sherry.
I believe this is a person.
Okay.
They're going to be doing karaoke music at the Flora Gardens. If you were to sing,
yes, what
is your karaoke go-to song?
Cowboys for Jesus.
That's a good one.
It is. It's an old-time gospel song.
Yeah.
Get out them lassos and round up those sinners.
That's a good one.
That's a good one, yeah.
That is I always like the drop kick me Jesus through the goalpost.
That's a good one, too, but Cowboys.
People think, that's the thing, people think that we make these things up.
No.
Those are actual songs. Hey Joe is an actual song.
Hey Joe.
There are 2 or 3 different.
There's lots of versions of Hey Joe.
Fewer of those all the time.
Yes, there are.
But there's karaoke music. Glad that you would.
That's going to be great. Going to be great.
Well, that's cool.
Well, the Cowboys for Jesus always wraps up with the great Amen. Don't forget that.
Well, I can't remember.
Amen. It always ends that way.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Sure.
That's not how Tom T. Hall finished Drop Kick Me Jesus.
I don't think so. He should have. He should have, but he didn't.
But he probably should have. You're exactly right. Yeah, that's what should have happened. Community Bingo is today at Heritage Woods. That's at 1:30 this afternoon. They'll probably go for about an hour. In addition to that, you can load up and head up to Effingham tonight for bingo night at the Effingham KFC Hall. Of course, that's
not the Mystic Knights of the Seas. That's Knights of Columbus?
No, that's correct. It's
not the Mystic Knights of the Seas.
The Knights of Columbus.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, it's different.
Yeah, two entirely different things.
KC Hall.
It is at the KC. That's the thing, though. You might be able to buy a beer, though, at the Knights of Columbus Hall. You probably can't at the Heritage Woods.
Probably could sneak it in.
They probably
if you're careful.
They're not gonna. They're not gonna. What else is going on today? If you're interested in the country sounds of Lance and Tina.
Lance and Tina?
That's actually that's right. At 6:30 this evening. That'll be going on here at the Heritage Woods here in Flora.
Is that Lance Boyle?
I can't tell you.
You don't think so?
I don't know who that is. If that's Lance Boyle or, I don't know.
You just caught that.
It took me a second. Gosh.
Lance and who?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm embarrassed.
I'm so sorry.
Lance and it's Lance and Tina.
Lance and Tina are great. They're a great
do a
couple.
good job.
They do.
They do an outstanding.
They're toe tappers.
This is also the big second annual Ho Ho Holiday Scavenger Hunt.
Oh my!
Taking place they start out at the Holiday Inn up there in Effingham. Break out your Christmas attire, ugly sweaters included, and join them at the Holiday for their second annual scavenger hunt. Last year was a hoot.
I'll bet.
So they thought, what better than round 2? Winners do receive gifts from Santa himself. I tell you what, isn't that nice that Santa
is tender.
Gets involved with the scavenger hunt? He's there to help out.
Yes, he is.
How very kind.
He's a dandy.
Santa Claus is a dandy. This is also National Play Monopoly Day. The November 19th is recognizes the iconic board game that lands you on Park Place, Boardwalk, or even in jail.
Really?
Yes.
Now, can you get your birthright from that? I didn't know if you could or not.
I'm not sure you can.
I don't even know how that works, but go ahead.
I don't either, actually. Somebody keeps bothering me. Somebody keeps asking me about my birthright. Known as one of the most popular board games in the world.
I used to play it for days.
Monopoly was originally based on a board game designed by Elizabeth McGee in 1902. The game's been played by an estimated it says 5 million people since 1935.
That's got to be a lot more
500 million.
Yeah, I was going to say closer to that.
When's the last time you played?
Last time I played Monopoly, seriously, was probably when I was a 7th or 8th grade. I haven't played it since, but I used to play it day after day after day. You never even ended the game. It just kept going. Kept going.
That was what I was going to get at. The last time I played, and I vowed the last time I will play Monopoly was it was in college. My junior year of college, we had there were a group of us that would occasionally play a game.
It's a fun game.
We'd get together and play euchre or something like that. Well, we decided we'd play Monopoly one night.
Sure. It's a good game.
And we played it and had a nice time. Well, we decided we'd play it again the next week.
Did you just left the board the way it was and then
we finished.
No, we
finished.
We always just left the board the way it was and started over the next day.
We finished the first night.
Uh-huh.
The second night, we started playing, and you're in college.
Sure.
So
it didn't turn into a drinking game.
Decisions could be affected. Let's put it that way. Sales decisions the best decisions may not always be made on a Monopoly. So we played. We started at 7 o'clock, right? Sure. We played till 6 a.m. We had class the next day.
Oh, that's not smart. In retrospect.
Well, it was fun at the time.
Of course it was fun.
We had a good time.
That all that counts. Then you still passed the class, so that's all that counts.
Well, I graduated. Let's put it that way. I don't know if I passed that particular class. Actually, that one took a little work, come think of it.
It's okay.
But,
all right.
So today it's
National Monopoly
National Play Monopoly Day, of which I will not be participating.
Me neither.
I'm not either.
No.
You're not. You haven't played for 50 years, probably.
I'll bet it's been 50 years since I played.
How about that? This is also National Carbonated Beverage with Caffeine Day. I'm not participating in this one either.
Well, he's carbonated. I'm sorry.
That was pretty quick. How did you get that done
I don't know.
quickly? You always have one ready to go?
It's called
autonomic response.
No. It's showbiz. This is showbiz. We're on TV.
Right? Unique food holidays such as the National Carbonated Beverage with Caffeine Day give us the opportunity to break out of our everyday norm. On November 19th, explore the variety of carbonated beverages with caffeine.
Do they make a beer with caffeine? I think they probably do.
Yes, they do.
They do. And that's probably very dangerous.
It's
counterproductive.
There's coffee style beer.
That's disgusting.
That they actually inject caffeine into to make it a little bit. Yeah, I'm against that as well. I'm against that. What's on Wabash? What do you want to see on television today, folks? Girls high school basketball tonight. I'll be in Teutopolis. The Newton Lady Eagles taking on the Lady Wooden Shoes. 6:15 for the JV varsity starts at probably about 7:30 or so.
That's going to be exciting.
Should be fun. T-Town's ladies' shoes. Their record over the last 40 years is well over 800.
Wow.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Amazing.
That's amazing. That is
an
great.
amazing.
Great bunch of kids.
They do a great job.
Sorry.
I was busy doing other things before, so I forgot to turn my phone off.
Right.
That happens.
I forgot to turn mine
NCAA basketball tonight. Bucknell Bison. It's a Big Ten doubleheader. Bucknell Bison at the Penn State Nittany Lions. Fairfield Stags at the Maryland Terrapins. Those will both be on Big Ten Network Channel 600, starting at 5:30. NCAA football tonight in action. It's the MAC Conference in action. Eastern Michigan Eagles at Northern Illinois Huskies. That's at 6:30 on ESPN2. Channel 638, and the Ohio Bobcats also at 6:30. They'll be taking on the Bowling Green Falcons. ESPNU Channel 642. That might have been the call from.
I bet it was birthright
about the birthright call.
Oh, sure,
that's
could
the
be.
birthright call. Yeah. NHL hockey tonight. Tampa Bay Lightning will be at St. Louis. There's a doubleheader on NBC Sports Network Channel 216. St. Louis Blues hosting the Tampa Bay Lightning at 7. After that will be the Edmonton Oilers at the San Jose Sharks at 9:30. Also, Carolina Hurricanes are in Chicago to take on.
How about them U of E Aces beating UK? Was that a deal?
We'll get to that.
I know you will.
What we're going to do. We're going to get to that. We'll get to all kinds of
stuff.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Guest today is Len Wells. We'll be back right after this. Stick around.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV, as long as you don't think I'll get sued.
We
already talked this morning, not on the air, about how I'm going to get sued.
Oh, gosh, yes. Well, anyway, all I can do is talk about facts.
All right.
Facts not in dispute.
Facts not in dispute. Facts in the stipulated facts.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. adjudicated facts, as a matter of fact.
Ladies and gentlemen, our guest today, thank you very much. Give him a big round of applause. Len Wells is here, ladies and gentlemen. As you are through the football season.
Oh, yeah.
You don't really care about football season, do you? The high school football season.
Well, I think
do you really give two
sure
rat's rear ends about football season?
Of course, I love football. The Mules had a really good season. Nothing to be embarrassed about there.
Carmi did okay.
Carmi did good. How'd the Wolves do?
Florida is 7-2.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, they did real well. Yeah.
But anyway, I've been kind of watching them a little bit. Yeah, I didn't go to any games, but I would follow the scores and things like that. And the kids are doing great.
Sure.
They really are. I think basketball starts Basically a holiday tournament? Tonight?
Girls basketball starts, last night. Started Monday night.
When's the Lawrenceville Classic?
That'll be next Thursday.
It's
next Friday.
So it's right after Thanksgiving. Black Friday, so to speak.
Yeah.
That's basketball just starting just like that, man.
All over the place.
Will Uncle Bruce be doing a lot of games, I bet?
Uncle Bruce will be doing numerous.
Tons of games.
Numerous. Sleep is now, the sleep is over for a while.
Would you like to talk about, Bruce? I mean, I'm going to just bring this up and you tell me whether you want to talk about it or not.
Well, I was going to talk about several things, but you go ahead. What do you want to talk about?
A couple of significant news stories have occurred in the last week or two.
That's what I want to talk about.
Well, we'll start with, I can't remember the exact date. What's today, the 16th?
Today's the 19th.
Today's the 19th?
Tuesday.
I can't remember.
Tuesday, November.
So it would have been 19th. A week ago this past Thursday.
Okay,
I'm sitting at my desk, and I got the police scanner on, and I hear a dispatch of a fire in Crossville, at the east edge of Crossville.
I wanted to hear about this because there's news stories and there's news stories, and occasionally they are notices, and occasionally there's a deeper story.
This is bizarre. That's what it is. It's bizarre. So I'm listening to the scanner, and I hear a dispatch to a home fire, and a lady has been burned. Okay, so I pick up the phone and called my editor, Steve Hartsock, with the Navigator. I said, Steve, you're closer than me.
Well, Steve's 3 miles away.
3 or 4 miles away. So he said, I'll run up there with the camera and get a picture of the house fire. And this poor lady has been burned. Well, anyway, he gets there. The house fire was really not too significant in terms of, a flaming house or anything like that. There's smoke. And
wasn't popping through the ceiling.
Nothing like that at all. But anyway, so the Crossville Fire Department, Carmi Fire Department, and the Little Wabash Fire Department, which is Grayville, showed up, and they put the fire out. And
thank heavens for our firefighters.
The way they found out about the fire is the lady who was burned ran to a neighbor's house and said, help me, I've been burned, help me. And so they called the fire department. Well, anyway, it turns out this lady, her name was Kathy Brandenstein is her name.
Okay.
61 years old. She had been burned really badly and called for help. Went to a neighbor's house and called for help. So Steve Hartsock's there taking pictures of the firefighters and everything. And about that time, the guy walks up to him and he said, hey, Steve asked him, said, what do you know about the fire? He said, well, that's where I live. Who are you? He said, well, my name is Andy Swanner. Andy Swanner. And so Steve said, well, what happened, Andy? Were you in the house? Oh, yeah, I was in there. He said, I was just smoking a cigarette and the house went up in flames. And so about the time he said...
Wait a minute.
Let me finish. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No. First of all, I know Steve's a good reporter, but how do you just bumble into the guy who started the fire?
He just noticed the guy walking up and down the sidewalk in front of the house. So Steve kind of struck up a conversation. Yeah. Steve's that way. And the guy said, yeah, I was just smoking a cigarette and the house went up in flames.
Yeah.
Really? So about the time the word flames came out of Andy Swanner's mouth, Sheriff Doug Meyer and one of his deputies tackle him right in front of Steve. Steve took a great picture of the tackle, the guy on the ground being handcuffed.
So he was ready.
He was ready. Didn't know what was going on, but it turns out that when Mrs. Brandenstein went to the neighbor to report the fire, she told the neighbor, my son, Andy Swanner, set the house on fire and shoved me into the flames. That was her statement to the neighbor. And the neighbor
had talked to the deputy and to
the sheriff and everything. And so they were actively looking for Andy Swanner, age 35. And so he's standing there talking to Steve Hartsock. They come along and they put the habeas corpus on him and handcuff him and haul him off to jail.
Is she going to be okay?
No, she's in terrible condition. She's at the University of Kentucky Burn Center in Louisville.
Okay.
And she's got a long road ahead.
Okay, so all right, so they tackle the guy.
They tackle the guy and they put him in custody. And based upon witnesses and a lot of other things, he now faces 3 Class X felony charges. One's attempted murder. One's aggravated arson, with a person in the house. Another charge is arson. There's like 7 charges. 3 of them are Class X, each carrying a possible extended sentence of 60 years.
Good grief.
So the son, for whatever reason, allegedly, he's...
Well, this hasn't gone to trial.
No, absolutely not. So he's innocent until proven guilty. But anyway, he allegedly set fire to the sofa, shoved his mom into the flames, and held her in the flames, allegedly. And that was a big...
Did he get burns himself?
I think he has a very, 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 very minor burns.
The reason I ask is, that could be used as proof, I guess.
As I understand it, he received treatment at the scene and went straight to jail. So he did not have to have any medical treatment. But his mom is in terrible shape.
Oh, that's just horrible.
That is horrible. It's a horrible story, and again, those are just allegations. But that's what the lady is. There's no doubt that she was terribly burned and is in critical condition still.
Okay, now I know that you've reported on numerous stories. Last time you were here, you talked about how you were involved or at the witness to the death of John Wayne Gacy. Have you ever been? Steve apparently was part of the apprehension of this Swanner fella.
Sure.
Have you ever been at a story or part of a story where you have been there for the apprehension or the commission of the crime or something like that? What's the closest you ever came to something like that?
Well, I'll tell you a story. If we have time for that, I'll tell you a great story about that.
I tell you what, let's do.
Want to take a break?
We're going to take a quick break.
It involves a fire.
And
it does involve a fire.
I thought you said Great Balls of Fire.
No, it involves a fire.
Where's that?
Poseyville, Indiana. It's an interesting story.
There you go. We'll be right back. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. The guest is Len Wells. We're just kibitzing. Back right after this.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lemon Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lemons always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemonsonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bruce Dickey here. Len Wells there. I'm just sitting there making fun of his life. I feel terrible.
Well, it's all right.
I feel terrible.
I have broad shoulders.
You do. Well, thank heavens for your broad shoulders. As we're talking about a wide variety of subjects, you have the picture here of, and I don't know how it'll show up from.
Probably not that well, but there it is.
Let me see. My device isn't working correctly. Doggone
That's
it.
okay.
But
there's a picture of Mr. Swanner being taken into custody, as they say in Latin, the habeas corpus. There's
the picture right there of Mr. Swanner.
Yeah, the alleged. He's not the alleged suspect. He is the suspect. He's currently in custody under $1 million bond, by the way.
$1 million.
$1 million. $1 million.
That's plenty, man.
Well, I don't think he's going anywhere. I'm sure he may be independently wealthy.
Is he in a White County jail?
He is in the Carmi White County Jail.
He's not going to be going anywhere.
A guest of Doug Meyer at the Gray Bar Inn.
Occasionally people do go somewhere from the White County Jail.
Yeah, like the joint.
Well, no, we had the escape a couple of years.
Oh, that's true. Doug doesn't like talking about it.
Need to bring that up, Doug.
Doug, it's okay. Sorry.
All right. Okay, so as we were talking about, Steve Hartsock walked into basically a
crime scene.
Little crime scene.
Yeah.
Unknowingly. Have you ever? We were saying you had a story that you might have done the same kind of thing at some time.
Yeah, it's just odd and unusual how some things happen. They just happen.
Sure.
This is many, many years ago, but I was working in television in Evansville, Indiana, and it was a Friday evening. And
what was that? WFIE, right?
Yeah, WFIE, Channel 14. And so I was working kind of late that evening. I had to do some editing late and one thing and another. So anyway, it was
late newscast.
I was doing some production work. So it was after 11:30 before I got away from Evansville, and so I was on my way home, living in Grayville at the time.
Sure.
So I usually went home through Poseyville, Indiana, to get on the interstate to go on to Grayville. So as I'm coming up to Poseyville, Indiana, I look off in the distance, be off to the east a little bit, and I see flames. And I said to myself, awfully late for a farmer to be burning brush.
You see open flames.
Open flames. Now, this was not...
After midnight.
After midnight. So the flames were not in Poseyville proper. It was on the edge of town. So it was kind of a little bit into the country, but not totally out in the country. But I see flames.
That road goes to New Harmony. So,
Well, I can't think the number. But anyway, so I see these flames. Well, at the time, I was still a volunteer firefighter. So I had that in my brain a little bit. And so I said, well, I'll drive over there and just see what it is. It's probably nothing but brush, but who knows? So I get to this area, and it's a mobile home on fire, and it's flaming big. And there was a guy walking up and down, or actually kind of pacing rapidly up and down in front of that trailer.
Sounds like Clay Swatter.
Well, even worse, though. So I said, hey, man, I said, has anybody called this in? Have you called the fire department? Is this your house? And he said, yeah, it's my house. She's still in there. She's still in there. I said, who's still in there? He said, my girlfriend. She's still in the house. I can't get her out. So I go around to the back of the trailer, and there's a back door back there, and I try to get the thing open, and flames are just
too hot.
Too hot. I mean, I touched the doorknob, and it was just...
Yeah.
So I said, well, have you called the fire department? No, I haven't called the fire department. So I go next door. I wake up a neighbor. This is now after midnight. I wake up a neighbor, and they call the fire department. I said, well, I better stick around until the fire department gets here. And I did. And the fire department gets
shot anything, by the way?
No, I didn't have a camera with me at the time, which I wish now that I'd had a cell phone, and I had some great pictures. But anyway, so I stick around for the fire department to get there, and also showing up as a Posey County Sheriff's deputy. A guy by the name of Larry York. Anyway, a good friend of mine. He's gone now. But anyway, I said, hey, Larry, I showed up here. I said, I was kind of first one on the scene. I said, gave him my name and phone number. I said, if you got any questions, I'll be at home. He said, that's fine. So they put the fire. I don't think another thing about it, but I'm thinking there's probably somebody in there that didn't make it. So the next morning at 8 a.m., knock on the door in Grayville. It's a sheriff's deputy. He said, hey, I need to talk to you about what you saw.
Less than 6 hours or 7 hours after the fire.
Yeah, 7 or 8 hours after the fire. I said, well, what's up? And he said, well, that guy you were talking to, and he wanted to know specifically what he said and what how he was acting and so forth. Turns out that he had gotten into a fight with his girlfriend and murdered her with a splitting maul, which is like an axe, a heavy axe. Heavy axe with like a sledgehammer on one end. Right. Yeah. Killed her with that, stuffed her behind a sofa, and set the trailer on fire. Murdered her. And I was standing there talking to him. He got arrested, charged, convicted, and sentenced to prison. So I was standing there talking to this murderer at the time. Didn't know it at the time, but it was freaky. So weird things can happen.
there are different of wide variety of stories that could have come out of that.
Yeah. Could have been he could have knocked me in the head.
I was going to say, who has a splitting ball in their house?
Yeah. I don't have one. I've got one out in the barn, but I don't have one in the house. I think Mrs. Wells might question why I had a splitting ball. Why'd you bring that in the house? I love you, baby. But anyway, that was a weird story.
That is something. Is it now? Now I will grant you, I've never had anything like that happen.
Thank goodness for that.
I've lived a wide and varied life, and I've never. These kind of things, you're like Forrest Gump.
Well, I can't help it.
I mean, these kind of things tend to happen to you.
Well, if you live long enough and you're in the news business, you're witness to things.
Yeah.
And I've been kind of blessed and cursed to some degree about some of these things.
Well, see, now that's the thing. You're not still doing news, though. You're mainly just writing. You're mainly.
I'm still writing
your columns.
Oh, I still write a lot of news.
You are still writing news.
Oh, absolutely. I write hard news too.
See, I thought we were just writing columns. I didn't realize.
No, I still write columns. I write 2 a week, but I also write hard news. And one of the stories that I wrote happened Veterans Day, the day we had the snow, the first snow of this season.
Really? What was that?
That happened over at the Wayne City exit of Interstate 64, which is the 100-mile marker.
This is not going to be another downer story.
Of course it is, but it's got a happy ending.
Okay, about time. Yes, all right, happy ending. All right.
So there's this couple from Fairfield.
Okay.
Couple from Fairfield. I don't know where they were going or where they were coming from. Doesn't matter. But it's on.
Oh, this is the story, isn't it? Yeah.
No, it's not what you. It's this picture I showed you. The video.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So anyway, they were broke down alongside the road. Now, whether they slid off in the median, I don't know. But anyway, they had a flat tire of all things.
Snow that day.
Awful snow, ice, and the interstate was terrible. So anyway, there were 2 state troopers that they were actually working slide-offs in that area, because of the weather.
I think it was.
Was it Veterans Day or the day after? Might have been the 12th.
It was the night of the 1st. Yes, or the night of the 11th. So it was Monday night because I drove to work through awful.
Yeah.
I saw people slid off all over the place Tuesday morning. Yeah.
Right. So anyway, there's 2 troopers are stopping because they've been in the area.
Most likely Tuesday morning.
They're already in the area. They're helping other motorists, and they're helping this family, young couple, or an older couple, have a change a flat tire. And they're off the side of the road. I'm sorry, off the side of the road. They're safe. And they look up, and here comes a box truck. You know what a box truck is?
I know what a box truck is.
Was that a single axle?
Box truck is a single axle. It's a truck with a short box behind it.
Yeah.
Probably about 15 feet.
Like a big delivery van, like a big delivery vehicle. Anyway, it starts sliding out of control and...
How much? Okay, go ahead.
Sliding out of control and going sideways and crashes into this couple's car and turns over onto the shoulder. And so the lady, there's a man and a woman in the car. The lady was outside the car. Her husband was in the car, and 2 troopers outside the car. So the lady and the 2 troopers literally have to jump down an embankment to get away from this overturning, sliding, out of control box truck. It slams into their car. Her husband is in the car. Fortunately, I don't know how he managed to escape being hurt, but he escaped being injured. The troopers didn't get hit, but they had to literally jump down an embankment to avoid being run over by this box truck, sliding out of control and overturning on them. And that video is now on YouTube. State Police dash cam video, which is very rare. State Police around these parts release that kind of video.
Well, I mean,
it was amazing. You saw it.
Yeah, I've seen it. They released it for a purpose.
Because you got to be careful when you see red lights and stuff. Get over.
The purpose is
slow down. Get over.
I saw one this morning. I was driving north on Enterprise Road, leaving Fairfield this morning, and there was a wreck in front of me that. There was one policeman had gotten there yet, but he had parked behind one of the wrecked trucks. You couldn't see his lights.
Really?
Yeah. So I came up on this thing, and whoa, and yeah, you realize there's a car out in the road.
Sure.
You're slowing down anyway because there's a vehicle out in the road. There's like 2 or 3 car wreck on Enterprise Road this morning. The point being, take it easy out there.
And when you're talking about the move over and slow down, that's called Scott's Law. I mean, if you can be ticketed and pay a hefty fine for not slowing down and getting over. And this particular box truck driver, he was from New York State, by the way. He was arrested for a failure to reduce speed to avoid an accident or too fast for conditions.
Too fast for
driving
conditions.
Too fast for conditions.
Well,
but nobody was seriously hurt.
Thank heavens. Be careful out there, folks. Make sure that you do slow down.
Scott's
it's wintertime. It's wintertime. There's going to be folks sliding off all the time. So be careful. Make sure you stick around. Stick around here. Len and I are going to talk. We got happier stuff to talk about?
I don't know. We'll see.
Actually, we do. We'll be right back after this. Do stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lemon Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lemons always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemonsonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is Len Wells. He is from the Navigator-Journal. You can read him there. You can read him in the Carmi Chronicle.
Prairie Post.
The Prairie Post.
Which is a free paper, free distribution. White and Edwards County primarily.
Do they put the same story in the Prairie Post as they'll put in the Navigator-Journal? And
some of my columns. Yes.
Okay.
Not always.
You have some recent columns. What have you been writing about lately?
What have I been writing about? Oh, my gosh. I don't remember. Change. I've been writing about change.
Change.
That was one of my most recent.
Coins?
Coins. Yeah.
Have you really?
Yeah. I wrote a column about change. I'm not making this up. I'll just tell you briefly what it's about.
Please do.
Well,
I thought you meant change in society, change as a larger vehicle of something else.
That's way too deep for me.
That is tremendously deep. That's what I thought.
No.
Which, I mean, not that I don't think you could handle a large discussion of change of society, being a wizened person such as you.
No. It was just something, you notice things, and sometimes you notice them and you write about them. I always felt like as a columnist, I write about stuff I know.
Yeah, okay.
Stuff I've witnessed, stuff I think about, things I know. And something I've noticed in the last several years is kids in particular, I'm talking about teenagers, high school kids, have no regard.
I've shifted to that one, by the way.
They have no regard, or they don't think anything about change in their pocket.
They have no
It has no value to them.
Yeah.
Has no value to them at all. Not everybody, don't misunderstand me. But I have seen on more than one occasion a kid walk out of a convenience store and throw his change onto the parking lot. And what does Len Wells do? He picks it up.
Exactly right.
Now, I did not live through the Depression. Okay?
No.
So don't, and that's, but I just don't understand how people throw money away.
Makes no sense.
So anyway, I'll pick it up. They'll throw, and they'll see me down, not on my hands and knees, but bent down picking it up, and they've laughed at me picking up this change. And it's not just a penny here, a penny there. It's dimes, nickels, quarters. They just throw it out in the street. I don't understand it. I do not understand it. So fast forward to helping a family member move. That's something we're very good at. So
you are very good
at moving.
Don't become the only one in your family with a pickup truck.
Ever. So we were moving one of our nephews from an apartment, a dormitory at Southern Illinois University, Carbondale, into off-campus housing.
Okay.
So we're moving, and we get to this apartment, and on the concrete pad before you go into the house, there's like a couple of pennies, and
nice.
I pick up the pennies. And what are you doing? What are you picking those up for?
Who asked?
I said, this kid.
Your nephew?
Not my nephew. I'm sorry, my nephew's roommate.
I see.
Nephew's roommate said, "Why are you picking that up? It's just pennies." I said, "Pennies add up." He said, "Do you keep your change?" I said, "Absolutely."
I just can't imagine not keeping change.
So he reaches in his pocket, Bruce Dickey, as God is my witness. He comes out with a handful of change. He said, "You want this? I hated it. I just hate having change in my pocket. Do you want this?" I said, "Sure." So he hands me this wad of change, and I put it in my pocket. To get home, it was probably a little over $2. $2. So
this kid just handed you $2 in change
because he hates change, and he knows that I'll stop and pick up change. So I go home, and I do this every evening. If I've got any change in my pocket,
sure,
I throw it in a cigar box.
Yeah, you've got the place. I've got a moose head that's this tall.
Okay,
a moose head can. It's a plastic can,
sure,
plastic bottle,
advertising thing.
Yeah, of a moose head beer, and I drop the change right in there.
Yeah. And from time to time, I take my cigar box when it gets kind of heavy, and I take it to the bank and I cash it in. Sure. The last time I did this, I got $167. That's what pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and college kids who do not like to carry change, what that amounts to. Now, I looked at it, and it was part of my column. I said, $167, that's a really, really good dinner for two at Hobbs Steakhouse with drinks and dessert, and maybe even a cigar.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And I'll tell you something else it is. $167 is probably, if you catch it right, a round-trip ticket, a one-way ticket on Southwest Airlines to a beach in Florida. You look at it in those terms, change adds up.
You catch it right, it's a nice trip to New Orleans.
Absolutely.
Sometimes
they have 80 or 90.
Southwest flight to New Orleans and back.
And back. Yeah, round trip.
I got that.
Some of them are 80 or $90, right? If you catch them right. So my point is,
times 2 is 168.
If I asked that kid, I didn't, of course, 78. But if I asked him, I said, if I told you if you kept this, you could have, you could take your girlfriend out for a big night on the town.
Take her to the Houdan. Right down there in
whatever it's called. Yeah, Houdan. Houdan
restaurant.
Oh, is that like Chinese?
It's a fancy Chinese restaurant.
I love Chinese.
It's outstanding. It's very good.
But anyway, that was one of my most recent columns.
Well, they that's the thing. They do just fall out of the sky and hit you in the head.
What, stories like that?
The columns.
Change. Oh, they do. They do. Sometimes
You see, and this kid apparently has never grown up by the euphemism, the poem, find a penny, pick it up. Every day you'll have good luck.
There you go.
Or the rest of the day you'll
I think this kind of started years and years and years ago when somebody said, "Hey, if you find a penny and it's heads up, it's good luck. Pick it up. It's good luck."
I always pick
it up anyway. It doesn't matter whether it's heads up, heads down. I don't care. A penny's a penny.
Have you ever been caught by have you ever been tricked by somebody gluing a penny down or gluing
I've never done that.
Down?
No, that's cruel.
That is cruel. I have been caught. I'm trying to remember where it happened. I can't remember where it happened, but it did. I have been busted by the quarter. glued to the ground.
The other one that gets me from time to time, it doesn't happen that often, is the $10 bill or $20 bill.
I was going to ask if that happened to you.
And then you open it up and it's got a Bible scripture inside. It's not a real $20 bill.
Who in the right mind is going to go to a church?
Based on a fake $20 bill?
Is going to go to a church because they picked up a $10 bill that is folded.
Mm-hmm. To look like somebody dropped it. To look
like a full $10 bill, but it looks like it's
a real thing.
It's a quarter of a $10 bill, and you open it up. It says,
"Be saved.
Be saved. Come to Pocahontas Christian Church or whatever."
St. Mickey's.
St. somebody's Christian church.
By the way, it's Saint.
And who in their right mind is going to go to a church because they thought they were getting $10 and it's not there?
Somebody decided that somebody got saved over this, and good for them. And I hope they did.
I can't imagine.
I really do. I really hope they did.
You were about to add something else?
Well, I was going to talk about Aunt Jenny.
Oh, I tell you what.
At some point, Aunt Jenny got a facelift, and I wanted to tell you about it. It's great because this is a story about every penny adds up. And Uncle Skeet, his current job is.
I tell you
he's in recycling. He's in recycling.
Uncle Skeet is into recycling.
Yes.
We'll see what we'll find out what Uncle Skeet's doing, and we'll be right back after this. Do stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lemon Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Len Wells is here. How about that?
Happy to be here.
He is from the Navigator-Journal, the Prairie Post, the Carmi Chronicle, and we are talking about a wide variety of different subjects. You have like I said, you have a column. You're in those three papers, but
I still write hard news.
You still do news.
Absolutely.
You have a news story coming out this week that has been, and from time to time, the news stories you write get picked up by the Courier. You've been in the USA Today. You've been in several different newspapers.
Right.
You've got a story coming out now that is being picked up pretty much throughout Southern Illinois.
That's true.
What's that all about?
It has to do with, and a lot of people around this part of the country especially probably remember or know about the newspaper tabloid, I call it, the Disclosure.
Right.
It's owned and operated, was anyway, by Jack and Angela Hauser.
Right.
And this story goes back to, I believe, 2014, and it's a terrible, tragic story. I don't mean death and mayhem, that sort of thing, but
it's a family tragedy.
It's a family tragedy. Jack and Angela Hauser. Angela has a daughter by the name of Jade Green. Jade Green has a child, so it'd be Angela's granddaughter. It'd be Jack's step-granddaughter. Okay,
right.
And so Jack and Angela thought that I'm just going by the court records, what I'm talking about here, okay? They had a problem with the way Jade was raising this kid, decided they wanted the child themselves. They wanted to take this child away. So the Hausers went to incredible lengths to get that child away. And what they did was, and this is according to the court records, and so it's fact, it's proven, and so
this is not fake news.
No. So they go through these steps of where Jade was working for the Disclosure newspaper at the time, and they said, well, you know what? If you don't give us your kid, we're going to publish nude pictures of you.
Of their own daughter.
Of their own daughter. Going to publish nude pictures. Well, that didn't stop. I'll fire you. You won't have a job. Then you won't have a way to support your kid. So they did. They fired her. So, and then...
She kept the kid, though, still.
She kept the kid still. So then they said, well, we're going to get a warrant for her because she wrote a $200 check on a closed account, which they set it up to where they knew the account was closed and knew that she would bounce this check. So they get a warrant for her arrest for deceptive practice. So they said, the best way to get this kid away from Jade is to serve this warrant on her and make sure that Jade's husband's not around when we serve this warrant. So Jade's going to go to jail.
Right.
The kid's there. There's nobody to place the kid with. So
we'll get the kid.
So they conspired with, and I use that word, that's a very heavy word, but I use it because it was proven. They conspired with the Lawrence County Sheriff, the Lawrence County State's Attorney, a couple of other cops, a private investigator. At about 2 o'clock in the morning, they go to Jade Green's house, knock on the door, we got a warrant for your arrest. But before they did that, they went by Jade's husband's
place of
business where he worked, made sure he was on the job and he wouldn't be there. And so they got a private investigator waiting in the bushes. They serve the warrant and give the Hausers the high sign. They go in the house and grab the kid and off they go. They take the kid. Well, what's wrong with that? There's a lot wrong with that. First of all, if anybody's going to take a kid, Child and Family Services has to be involved.
Right.
You can't just do that unilaterally. You can't unilaterally take a child away. So Jade didn't know what to do. Next day she goes to the state police. She goes here. She goes there. She goes to the courthouse to talk to the state's attorney who was in on this thing the whole beginning. And lo and behold, she gets arrested again for another offense that they had trumped up. And she gets arrested 2 more times besides on the bad check. So anyway, after this long, drawn-out custody battle, all right, over this child. The Hauser had the child. Big custody battle. The court says Jade gets her child. Hausers don't get to keep this child. So the child is returned to Jade Green. So what does Jade do? She sues Jack and Angela Hauser over this whole mess. Well, this is in federal court, U.S. District Court for Southern Illinois, in Benton, Illinois. It's a jury trial. The jury finds in favor of Jade Green and assesses the Hausers not fines, but a jury award of $970,000. Before this went to trial, the Lawrence County Sheriff and the Lawrence County State's Attorney settled this case out of court for $75,000 total. So they got $75,000. So fast forward, they got the judgment. This is a year ago. They get the judgment. The jury trial's over with. The Hausers appeal this court's decision, the whole decision. They appeal the amount of the award in the U.S. 7th Circuit Court of Appeals in Chicago. So one day last week, it may have been 10 days ago, 7th Circuit issued its opinion and upheld the $970,000 award to Jade Green. And also, as they were waiting for this appeal to go through the system, they put on hold the sale of 2 of Hauser's pieces of property to help satisfy the $970,000 judgment. So that's a big story.
That's a big story.
Well, and it sadly goes back to a custody battle, a family dispute.
Family disputes are.
But it's a big deal, and all the records and the whole story is you can find it online in federal court.
You'll find it, and that's going to be in newspapers all over Southern Illinois this week.
The appeal that was denied, and it lays out the whole story.
A tremendously awkward shift.
But that's fine. But there's great news coming up.
I want to hear. I know they're speaking of family. Tremendously awkward shift. I want to hear Uncle Skeet and Aunt
Well, here's
Jenny's
what happened.
news.
Uncle Skeet, is
he got like 4 minutes.
He's in recycling. He picks up beer cans.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, he turns beer cans in for money.
Uncle Skeet the can man.
Uncle Skeet the can man. So anyway, he got enough money to get Aunt Jenny a early Christmas present, a facelift.
He got Aunt Jenny a facelift. How old is Aunt Jenny? Why does she need a facelift?
Aunt Jenny's exactly 47, as a matter of fact.
Is that right?
Yes, part of this story.
Okay.
So she goes down to St. Mickey's Hospital and osteopathic veterinary clinic in Owensboro, Kentucky, and she undergoes a facelift.
How about that?
Oh, and it was. She gets this facelift, and it's a marvelous transformation.
The straight on camera.
Marvelous transformation.
I want to see the facelift looking.
Marvelous transition.
Now we'll go back to that one.
That's fine. A marvelous transition. So Aunt Jenny gets all healed up and everything. She says, I'm so excited about having this facelift. And she says, I'm going to do some things for myself.
There you go.
So she goes to goes to the department store, said, I want to buy some makeup and stuff, just to, to brighten everything up. And,
sure.
And she said, yes. Asks the lady behind the counter, how old do you think I am? The lady looked at her and said, I'd probably say around 33, 34. Oh, she said, thank you. I'm 47.
How about that? Unbelievable.
Yeah. So anyway, she goes to the gas station, fills up gas, on her way home and everything. And hey, this guy pulls up next to him and says, hey, how old do you think I am? I said, are you serious? Yeah, how old do you think I am? The guy looks at her and says, I don't know, probably 34, 35. Yes!
Hey, Jenny,
I'm 47.
Her ego must just be flying.
Oh, yeah.
After the facelift and everybody saying that, that's good for her.
Anyway, so she decides to go to McDonald's.
Okay.
And she goes to McDonald's and gets her a Happy Meal, because she's happy.
She's happy. Tremendously pleased.
And she asked this old guy behind her, said, how old do you think I am? And you want to... I don't know. 30, 32. Wow, but great deal,
Unbelievable.
Anyway.
Good for her.
I've already messed the story up.
That's fine.
No,
go ahead.
Oh, anyway, so I got my stops backwards, but it's okay. So the old guy behind her at McDonald's, how old do you think I am? And he says 32. He said, no, I'm 47. Okay.
How about that?
And then that's when she went to get gas on the way home.
Oh, okay.
I had my stops mixed
all right.
up. So she gets to the gas station. All right. Let's straighten this up. I promise.
Okay.
A promise is a promise.
All right.
So she's pumping gas. This old guy comes up. He says, hey, she says, how old do you think I am? And he says, I don't know. He said, but if you let me feel your butt, I bet I can guess. She said, well, no, that's just disgusting, you old pervert. Prevert. And he says, no, I really can. If you let me feel your buns, I can probably guess how old you are.
Okay.
And so she said,
you got 30 seconds.
He's an old guy. Feeling her butt. He says, I think you're 47. And she said, how in the world could you know that? She said, because I was standing behind you in McDonald's. Yeah, even though I messed it up, it's still good.
I didn't see that one coming.
didn't see it
I said,
coming?
no, that's a new one.
I was standing behind you in McDonald's.
Well,
47.
You and I hope Aunt Jenny and Uncle Skeet are having a good Thanksgiving.
They're going to have a great Thanksgiving, I hope so, because he's been collecting cans left
There
and right.
you go. Outstanding. Len, thanks again for being here.
It's been a
Appreciate it.
pleasure.
Folks, have a great day. We'll talk to you again real soon. We'll see you soon.